Hello, dear ones, it's Hannah. I wanted to share today with you a journey that I had to the new earth back in July. I've been having such profound tune in experiences recently when I meditate, when I journey, when I have BQH sessions. I get to the same place often in all of them, and it's always really profound. So I wanted to share this journey that I took to the new earth with you because it was really transformative for me. In it, I learned how we go about bringing people, forming the bridge between earth and new earth, and bringing people to the new earth with us. So enjoy. So we all started our meeting in what I was told was a starship. It was wider than it was tall and disc-shaped with what looked like a bit of a roof on top, and then lights that went all around the edge. And we stood in a ring around the center in the inside of the ship where there was a silver metal railing that surrounded a white pillar of light that looked a lot like the stone selenite. And it was just like a big column of white light. And inside it was a holographic face of a man with a white beard and white hair. And he looked to me like Grandfather Twilight, if any of you know that book. He was giving us advice and telling us what to do and what our next mission was in a way. He said that we needed to be the light, and I saw a vision of light streams pouring out of the spaceship that we were in all directions, raising the vibration and light quotient of the Earth and the other planets around us. And as it raised them up with us, in an instant we were on the new Earth, transported there by raising this vibration. So we all exited the starship onto a lawn that sloped down to the left to a lake, and it became dark, and there were slews of other people that were already on the new Earth. And we gathered with them around the lake with candle boats that we made of natural materials like bark and nutshells and leaves and twigs, and we set them to float on the lake. There were thousands of them covering the lake, and each one represented a person that we knew and loved on the earth. And there were people all around the lake holding these people in their hearts. And we sat together surrounded by like little white lights in the trees and the light from these candles that was illuminating the night. And we meditated, and our hearts made connections with those people. And as they did, those people's vibrations rose from our feelings of love and fullness and expanded knowingness that this was really happening. And that formed a bridge to those people, which I saw as the Rainbow Bridge. And it allowed them to come to New Earth. And so many of them did come over that bridge to join us. When I asked, I was told that all but 17% came in that wave. And there were so many wonderful and joyful feelings of reunion and so much hugging and rejoicing at all the new people that had come. And I was surprised that so many of them were ready to join us where we were around the lake instead of needing to spend time in the healing domes like so many of us had. But they did. They just came and joined us and contributed to stretching their heart connections to bring others to New Earth who were also ready. Someone that was dear to me said that his mother had not come because she has dementia and she's often lost in an anxious or melancholic state. And he understood, and he wasn't getting lost in it, but he was sad. And I realized in that moment that with more of us reaching out to her, with the knowing of being able to manifest that connection to her, that we could do it. And so a few of us worked together to simultaneously form this heart connection bridge to her. And she was able to come, and that brought him a much deeper sense of peace. And that was where my meditation ended. I'm not sure exactly when this is, but I got the sense that it was like a bit of time, maybe a few months, it felt like, after we had arrived on New Earth, and everyone had already come out of the healing domes, and they were comfortably living there on New Earth, embodied into their lives there. There was such a tremendous sense of peace after this experience, and I have held that with me. It's been one of my rocks. I found that to be so heartwarming that experience, and I hope that you enjoyed it too. Like I said, I've been having such profound tune-in experiences recently, and I'm thinking pretty soon I'm going to start sharing them, maybe in the middle of the week, as a sort of update of what's going on in the energies. Recently, for example, I've been accessing every single time I tune in any of the ways that I do. I get to this place of being really centered in my core essence and of knowing beyond a shadow of doubt that everything is okay and that there's just this really deep sense of peace and trust and knowing. And I've been trying to hold that because to me, that outer world feels so chaotic and uncertain and anxiety ridden often. And so I keep being called by my guides and whatnot to tune in to this place of peace and understanding and knowing that everything is okay. It's all taken care of. I don't need to worry about it in order for that to happen. So I hope that's helpful for any of you. My name is Hannah. I am a BQH practitioner and quantum healer in Maine in the United States. I see people all over the world. I'm going to list my website below in case you have any interest in reaching out to learn more about Beyond Quantum Healing or to have a session for yourself. I would love to hear from you. So take care. Bye.